Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. In our DTRS session today, we are going to cover 10 important MCQs from current affairs, and these MCQs are important for the UPSC Prelims exam of 2025. And through these 10 MCQs, you will get to know about 10 important current affair topics and discussion around it. Okay, so the lead topic for today's discussion will be based on this system, which is known as KaWaCHaM system. So we are going to understand what is KaWaCHaM system in detail. All right, so before we go ahead and do the discussion, let us quickly go through this quotation. So this quotation is by Mahatma Gandhi. So what he says that peace is its own reward. Okay, so peace is its own reward, means like peace in itself is kind of reward for itself, right? So if someone is peaceful, right, so he himself is rewarded, right, being peaceful. Okay, and as you know, in the present world that we are living in, peace has successively become, it is successively becoming rare thing. Okay, so finding peace in life, finding peace in society, finding peace in the world is getting difficult and difficult, right? Why? Because so much chaos is there, because so much uncertainty is there, because let's say so much issues are there, right, with human beings, with the society around us, with the pollution level that we are living in, right, with a lot of issues, right, everybody is living. So that's why Mahatma Gandhi says peace is its own reward. So such topics are very, very important for the essay paper and also for the ethics paper. Many a times in essay paper you might have seen very short quotations are given and then you are asked to write an essay on it. So it is your ability to interpret such things in the right spirit and then write an essay about it, right? So you can also bring up various kinds of anecdotes, short stories, right, to build your narrative around such topics. All right, so with this, now let us quickly understand about our program, which is Prelims Guidance Program. So at Lukmaan IAS, we are running a program which is Prelims Guidance Program, and this program is dedicated for UPSC Prelims exam of 2025. All those candidates who feel that they are not well prepared for UPSC Prelims, you can attend this program. Here classes are conducted for every subject, right, in the institute to cover the entire GS syllabus for prelims and also the CSET syllabus. And one module of the prelims guidance program is current affairs module. So under this module, there will be a total of 7 lectures, and in those 7 lectures, 2 years of current affairs will be covered. All right. So now let us quickly see the list of topics that we are going to discuss today. So one of the topic that we are going to discuss, it is KaWaCHaM system. Then we are going to discuss about Kabini River. Okay, Kabini River. So it is important under geography and mapping section. So we will see where does Kabini River originate from. We'll see what is the importance of this river. All right. Then we are going to discuss about a lake which is known as Lake Naivasa. So we are going to see where it is located. This is again important under mapping section of geography. Then we are going to discuss about a wetland. It is known as Dhanori wetland. So we will understand where is this wetland located, and we will also see whether this wetland is part of Ramsar site, whether it is a Ramsar site or not. We will also discuss about what are Ramsar convention. Then we are going to discuss about electoral trusts. So you might have recently seen that electoral bond scheme was struck down by the Supreme Court of India. And then another issue has arisen, around electoral trust. So we are going to understand what are electoral trusts, what is their significance, what role do electoral trust play in the overall, let's say, election system in the country, right? In the overall kind of voting process in the country. Does it influence or affect any kind of voting process, right? Free and fair election, does it affect that? So then sixth topic, it is personality seen in the news. So we are going to discuss about a personality, right, who was associated with the freedom movement. So we'll understand about it. So this particular topic is important under, let's say, art and culture and history section. We are going to discuss in detail about it. And then we are going to discuss about a constitutional body which is known as Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So we are going to discuss in detail the role which is played by the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. We'll understand, let's say, like, its significance of this particular body. We'll understand, let's say, like, the post of Comptroller and Auditor General of India. We'll understand how the CAG of India is appointed, what is the removal process. We will discuss everything related to this. And this particular topic is important under science and technology. So we'll understand about what are scramjet engines, right? So what is the significance of scramjet engines? We are going to kind of compare 3 different types of engines. We are going to discuss about like turbojet engines. We are going to discuss about ramjet engines. We are then going to discuss about scramjet engines. We are also going to understand about a body that has played significant role in testing one of the, let's say, latest scramjet engine. So that gives its, let's say, like, some added capabilities. So we are going to discuss whether scramjet engines are subsonic, right, or supersonic or hypersonic, right? So we are going to discuss about their capabilities also. Then we have another topic which is Global Plastic Action Partnership. Okay, so Global Plastic Action Partnership is a relatively new initiative, right, to kind of curb the plastic pollution that we are facing nowadays. Okay, so we'll discuss, I mean, like, which organization or which body has initiated this partnership. How many countries are part of this partnership? We will also discuss about objectives of Global Plastic Action Partnership. So this will help you to understand this particular topic holistically as well. Then we have another topic which is Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Abhiyan. Okay, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Abhiyan. So we are going to discuss about it in detail. So these are the 10 topics that we are going to understand today, and this is the first topic, and this topic is about KaWaCHaM system. So what is KaWaCHaM system? All right. So before we go ahead and discuss in detail, so correct answer for this question is option A. So what is KaWaCHaM system? It is an advanced disaster warning system that integrates alerts, sirens and global weather models to improve the state's early disaster preparedness and public safety. All right. So this KaWaCHaM system has been introduced by the Kerala state government. Why they have introduced? To give early warning related to disasters, related to hazards, right? So so Kerala, as you know, it is in the western Ghat of the country. So it shares its boundary with Karnataka also. It has coastal line as well, right? So Kerala is itself, there in the hilly area. It is part of western Ghat system. So like, so they face lot of kind of calamities from time to time, including earthquakes, tsunamis, etc. Right? So here, I mean, like, Kerala government has come up with KaWaCHaM system which is going to give early warning so that people are made aware that there is an imminent danger about, let's say, like, some incoming or upcoming, let's say, threat or disaster. And so it is going to include alerts, sirens and global weather models, right, to improve the state's early disaster preparedness. So it is going to save huge number of lives, and let's say a lot of properties will be saved from damage. All right, so this is a very good initiative by the Kerala government. So you can see Kerala sets another example of disaster preparedness with coordinated early warning system. Okay, so recently the Chief Minister of Kerala has announced the KaWaCHaM system publicly. So you can read more about it just by downloading this PDF from the description of this video. Then we have another topic. Okay, so this topic will also help you understand about Kabini River. So this is, I mean, like, a topic from mapping section. So we are going to discuss about this. Now first question, first statement talks about where this particular river originates from, right? The point from where this river originates. So it says it originates in Kerala and flows into Tamil Nadu before merging with Kabini River. This statement is wrong. Why? Because this Kabini River originates from Karnataka. All right, it originates from Karnataka. Karnataka is a separate state, right? A bigger state as compared to Kerala. It is one of the major tributaries of Kaveri River. This statement is right. So Kabini is a major tributary of Kaveri River. So what are tributaries? Let's consider there is a major river. Let's say this is Kaveri River. Okay, this is Kaveri River. And if there is another river, let's say a smaller river that adds its water to the major river, okay, this river flows in this direction and this is the major river. So this particular river, let's say this is Kabini river. So what this river will do, this river will add water. This river will add its water to the major river. So Kabini river will be known as a tributary to the Kaveri river because it is contributing water to the Kaveri river. That's the thing. That's the concept in geography. Alright. So this is the thing. So you can see around the Kabini river. So what has happened, there is a wildlife sanctuary also. It is known as Kabini Wildlife Sanctuary. It was upgraded into a national park in 1998 and declared a tiger reserve in 1999. The park's area, which has a square kilometer initially, now covers 840 square kilometers. So this particular Kaveri Wildlife Sanctuary, which has become Kaveri National Park and Tiger Reserve, so it has a huge amount of area in it. Okay, so that's why it is in news. So recently Kabini river, beautiful, I mean, like, you know, it was in the news. Okay, so now with this, let us quickly move to the next topic. All right, question number 3. We'll discuss about this question in detail, and here we are talking about a lake. Name of the lake is Lake Naivasha. So now in first statement they are asking whether this particular lake is a freshwater lake or it is a saline water lake. Okay, so generally those lakes that are connected with the ocean, they are saline water lake. They are not freshwater lake because the ocean water has more salinity. They have a pH level much above than 7. Right, so they have more salinity as compared to drinking water, the water that we consume. Right, so they are known as saline water lake. Freshwater lake has generally pH value very low. Okay, not very low, I mean, like, you know, around 7, which is let's say the kind of water that we drink. So second statement, it says it is designated as a Ramsar site. Okay, so this is the thing. Now first statement is right, second statement is wrong. Let's see this particular question, which is question number, I think this is question number 3. So this question says, okay, so both these statements are right, which is it is a shallow freshwater lake situated in Kenya's Southern Rift Valley and it is designated as a Ramsar site. Okay, so both these statements are right. Correct answer is option C. Now with this, let us quickly move to the next. Why this particular lake is in news? It is in news because of multiple reasons. One reason is, like, in this particular lake, you can see this is a lake. Here we have an invasive species. This species has grown so much that it is causing problem for the fishermen also. Fishermen are not able to cross through this lake easily because, like, you know, huge amount of this invasive species, which is known as invasive water hyacinth. Okay, it is water hyacinth. It threatens fisher livelihoods on popular Kenyan lake. All right, so like, you know, these fishermen, they are facing difficulty to cross the lake also. Why? Because of huge amount of this water hyacinth, which is a kind of invasive species. What are invasive species? These are those species, like, you know, whose population rapidly increases and, like, you know, they cause damage to other species also. So this water hyacinth is one such invasive species. Then we have another question, question number 4. This is around another topic. And what is this topic all about? Here we are going to talk about a wetland, and name of this wetland is Dhanori wetland. Okay, Dhanori wetland. So this topic is also important because this topic is important under environment and ecology section, and as you know, environment and ecology is progressively becoming a more important area, right? So first statement says it is located in Uttar Pradesh. This statement is right. It is located very near to Delhi. Okay, it's located very near to Delhi. It's in I think, like, you know, Noida, Greater Noida area, right? So it is very near to Delhi. And second statement says it is recognized as Ramsar site. Okay, so this statement is wrong. It is not yet a Ramsar site. Okay, so only first statement is right related to this question. Now with this, we will quickly move to the next. So it says NGT seeks answers from UT government on delay in notification of Dhanori wetland near Jewar airport. So in UP, right, Uttar Pradesh, the Uttar Pradesh government has kind of initiated a project which is like, Jewar Airport. So that airport is very near to this particular, let's say, wetland, okay, this particular wetland. So National Green Tribunal has asked question, right, from UP government that why you have delayed notifying this, let's say, like, this wetland. Now we have another question, question number 5. We'll discuss about this question in detail. What this question says, this question is about electoral trusts. As I discussed, electoral trust. So we are going to understand what is the role of electoral trust, how electoral trusts are, established, right? What, are there any legal provision? Are there any statutory provision to establish a electoral trust? We are going to understand in this question. So it says, with reference to electoral trust, consider the following statements. They have given 3 statements basically. So we'll go through all these statements one by one. It says it was introduced as a non-profit entity established to collect funds from donors and distribute them to political parties. Okay, this is question number 5 basically. So this statement is right. Okay, so this is the purpose of electoral trust. So they kind of, it is a non-profit entity itself. It collects funds from donors and then it donates to political parties. This statement is right. These trusts are regulated under the Companies Act 1956, which allows any company to establish an electoral trust under this scheme. Alright, so second statement is also right related to this question. Okay, statement second. Third, under this mechanism, donations are made directly to political parties via bonds and aims to streamline donation while maintaining donor anonymity. This statement is wrong. Why this statement is wrong? Because electoral trusts collect funds and distribute them to political parties. It mainly focuses on aggregating donations and ensuring transparency. Electoral bond donations are made directly to political parties, okay, not electoral trust. Okay, so that's the thing. So it is, okay, just aggregating the fund. So that's why correct answer would be option A, means 1 and 2 statements are right. So rubber board rolls out. So this is a kind of, so this is about electoral trust. All right. Now let us talk about another question, question number 6. We'll discuss about this question. Now here description about a leader, right, during the freedom struggle is mentioned, and here they have asked what is the name of the leader. Okay, this is the structure of the question. So this is the description of a leader. So it says he was a leader of Praja Mandal or self-rule movement, and the Punjab Riyasati Praja Mandal was formed with his name as its president. He remained on hunger strike for a long period until his death for his demands related to princely states. All right, so basically he was a leader and he advocated for self-rule. He advocated for Praja Mandal. I mean, like, so rule should be by the people, not by, let's say, like, by outsiders. That's the thing. And so he was on a hunger strike and he remained in hunger strike so long until his death. So that's why, I mean, like, after his death, I mean, like, Punjab Riyasat Praja Mandal was formed. So his name is Seva Singh Thikriwala. His name is Seva Singh Thikriwala. So story of Punjab, Seva Singh Thikriwala, hero of movement against princely states. So he stood against princely states. You can read further about him, let's say, from the description of this video. Now let us talk about another question. What is this question? This is question number 7. We'll go through this question, okay, and then we will try to understand what it says with reference to the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Consider the following statements. So we are given some statements related to Comptroller and Auditor General of India. All right, so we'll read all these statements and we'll try to identify which statements are right, which statements are not right. So first statement says, the CAG is appointed by the President of India and holds office during the pleasure of the President. This statement is wrong. Up to this part, this is right, but the second part is wrong, okay, because the post of CAG is a constitutional post. So the President of India appoints the CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, but removal, I mean like, CAG does not hold office during the pleasure of the President. If the Comptroller and Auditor General of India is to be removed, right, so there should be a impeachment process, and that impeachment process is similar to the impeachment of a judge of Supreme Court, like that, okay. So that's the thing. So that's why statement 1 is wrong. Second statement, the reports of CAG relating to the accounts of the Union shall be submitted to the President, who causes them to be laid before both the houses of Parliament. This statement is also right. Why this statement is right? Because CAG produces reports, he gives it to the President, right, and it will be the duty of the President to lay this lay this particular report in the Parliament, okay. This is the thing, before both the houses of the Parliament. The CAG is responsible for auditing the accounts of all corporations established by an act of Parliament. So CAG generally audits the report of most of the corporations that are established by an act of Parliament, but of not all, let's say, corporations established by an act of Parliament. So all corporations are not audited by CAG. One such example is LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India. Okay, so it's not audited by CAG. So maybe, let's say, like, some statute of this particular body allows the CAG to audit it, but not all bodies are kind of audited by CAG. The duties and powers of the CAG are derived from both constitutional provisions and statutes enacted by Parliament. This statement is right. So duties and powers of CAG are derived from both constitutional provisions. So in the Constitution of India, we have article number 148, article number till article number 151. So there is a clause, article 151, right? So under these, basically, like, these are constitutional provisions related to powers of the CAG. But the thing is, like, there are statutes also, I mean, like, act has been established that also talks about the powers of CAG. So both the things are correct. Statement 1 and 4 are correct. 2 and 4 basically. Correct answer is option D. Alright. So now with this, we will quickly move to the next question. Rupees 33 crore in transport reimbursement in 3 years. CAG red flags expenditure by company developing RRTS. Okay. So that's the thing. Now let us move to another question. Question number 8. So it says, consider the following statements about scramjet engines. Okay. So here we are talking about scramjet engines. As I discussed earlier, we have turbojet engine, we have ramjet engine, we have scramjet engine. So scramjet engine is one of the most advanced engine. So these engines, like, while they are flying in the air, right, they use atmospheric oxygen, right, they use atmospheric oxygen to burn the engine for combustion purposes, right, and they travel at hypersonic capability. Okay, so they operate at hypersonic capability. So that's the thing. So that is the purpose of a scramjet engine. So they use oxygen from the atmosphere for combustion, unlike rockets which carry their own oxidizer. This statement is perfectly fine. Second statement is wrong. It says they cannot operate. They can operate at hypersonic speed. Speeds more than 5 Mach. 1 Mach is equal to, when we talk about what is Mach, so 1 Mach is equal to speed of sound. Okay, speed of sound in air. Okay, speed of sound in air. So what is the value of speed of sound in air? It is generally 343 meter per second. This is the speed of sound in air. So 5 Mach means 5 times the speed of sound. So something that operates more than 5 Mach is known as, let's say, hypersonic capability. So it may be about 20 Mach also, 22 Machs. So how DRDO's recent scramjet test puts India firmly in hypersonic weapons. So recently Defense Research and Development Organization, which is DRDO, they have tested the scramjet engine and it has put India, right, on among advanced nations that have, such engines. So one of the engine is turbojet engine, ramjet engine and scramjet engine, right. So these are the things. Now with this, let us move to the next question. Question number 9. What this question says, this question talks about a body. Name of this body is Global Plastic Action Partnership. Okay, Global Plastic Action Partnership. So this partnership is about taking action against plastic. So it was launched by, first statement is wrong because it is not United Nations Environment Program, it is World Economic Forum, WEF. So World Economic Forum has established the Global Plastic Action Partnership. Second, it aims to eliminate the use of plastic in early use in order to curb greenhouse gas emission. Okay, this statement is also wrong. Why? Because they don't want to eliminate use of plastics in daily use. Okay, what they want to do, they want to focus on kind of circular economy, right? Circular economy related to plastic means reuse, recycle, etc. I mean, like, a circular economy setup where plastic is kind of created, it is recycled, it is then reused, so it's going to create a cycle. So the same plastic will be used again and again, and it will lead to kind of lesser amount of plastic pollution. Because what? Why? Because we are not kind of throwing away the plastic, we are reusing it, we are recycling it. Okay, so with 7 fresh members from Africa, okay, so from Africa 7 new member countries have joined, and this partnership has 25 countries as of now. So that's why it is in news. Okay, now we have another question. This is going to be the last question for the day. This question is about Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Abhiyan. Okay, which Abhiyan? Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Abhiyan. So related to this, they have given a kind of 3 statements. It says the program was launched in the year of 2022. The year is wrong. This program has been launched in the year of 2015. Where? In Haryana, in Panipat district. Okay, in Panipat district of Haryana. Haryana is a state in India, right? It is a centrally sponsored scheme. This statement is right. Improving sex ratio at birth by 2 points every year is one of the main objectives. This statement is also right. Correct answer is option B. Okay, only 2. Only 2 means option B is right. Okay, so this year Ministry of Women, so now they are celebrating 10th year of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Abhiyan. 10th year. It was launched in 2015. Now we are in 2025. It's now it is 10 years of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Abhiyan. So that's all for today. Thank you so much everyone for attending today's discussion. I hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you.